Fangs for the Memories. Introduction. Wizard Pebbledash calls you over. He looks very worried. "Oh, my gnome assistants, Kevin and Annabelle, went into Hudder's dungeon to look for a new pet," he tells you. "But it's nearly bedtime now, and they're still not home. Oh, they're not very good assistants," he says. "And they never clean my spoon collection properly, but I'm quite fond of them really, and I'd hate for them to be in any danger. Oh, could you find them for me?" You decide you will help Wizard Pebbledash find Kevin and Annabelle. After all, how much trouble could a couple of gnomes have gotten themselves into? Story Card A. You find an abandoned gnome-sized backpack on the floor, and you recognise it as belonging to Annabelle. In the backpack are 3 books: A Spotter's Guide to Vipers by Sir Pent, Reptile Keeping for Fun and Profit by William Snakespeare, and Cobra Catching by David Hisselhoff. There's also a bottle of liquid labelled "In Case of Snake Bites." Story Card B. Suddenly, the floor gives way, and a trapdoor opens up under your feet. Beneath you is a deep pit, and its bottom is filled with sharp spikes. As you scramble to stop yourself falling in, you notice that wedged in the hinges of the trapdoor is a little red hat like the one Kevin often wears. You hope he's okay. Story Card C. You find Annabelle the gnome sitting on a pile of sacks, looking very sad. "Oh, me and Kevin heard about there being a really cool snake in this dungeon, and we thought we could catch it and keep it as a pet. I was going to call it Slithers McBiscuit and keep it under my bed," she tells you. "But when we found it, it was bigger than our dad's car." Annabelle starts to cry. "It attacked us," she said. "I managed to fight it off, but it captured Kevin, and it's taken him somewhere. Oh, I'm really worried it's going to eat him." You reassure Annabelle that you'll rescue Kevin before anything bad can happen to him, and then you set off to find Slithers McBiscuit, the larger than expected snake. Story Card D. You see a huge snake coiled up in the centre of this room, and 2 gremlin archers slumped against its side. Fortunately, they're all fast asleep, so they don't see you. Clutched tightly in the centre of the snake's coils, you spot Kevin the gnome, and he starts frantically waving at you. "Oh, hooray!" he shouts. "Oh, you've come to rescue me!" You try and shush Kevin, but it's too late. The snake and the gremlins spring up, suddenly awake, and the snake turns its gigantic head towards you and hisses angrily. It looks like it wants to have you for its dinner. If you win the quest. The snake lets go of Kevin the gnome and slithers off to hide. Annabelle rushes up to Kevin and gives him a big hug. "Oh, thanks for rescuing us," says Annabelle. "We certainly won't be hunting any snakes ever again." "No," agrees Kevin. "That snake would have made a rubbish pet anyway. It's too bitey. Maybe we should get a giant scorpion instead, or I've heard about one living in Hudder's forest we could try and catch." It seems like these foolish gnomes may never learn their lesson, but at least they're safe for now. Well done, adventurers. You have won the quest. If you lose the quest. You limp out of the dungeon nursing your cuts and bruises. This dungeon was just too tough for you today. You better go and tell Wizard Pebbledash that he needs to send some stronger heroes to save his assistants. You lost the quest. Better luck next time.